There we go. It starts off with a conga line of little boars, which is the perfect segue into. I'm pretty sure that everyone heard that story of the bison, what it did to a dude. If you see the video of it, I went into the video expecting the old man and his grandson antagonizing the bison before he got knocked in the air. But when you look at the video, he, like, from a pretty safe distance, like, he took a picture of it, and it's not really the grandfather and the grandson that antagonized the bison. It was actually this like white truck that was like kind of circling the bison for some strange reason. But yeah, people kind of forget how fast bison are. I give credit to the old dude because he was like, wait a minute, like after he saw the bison, they took a picture right before the bison was agitated, and he did what any normal person would do. Is like, okay, he would try to like back away from it, right? I just think that he didn't expect the bison to be that fast. Me either. I was like, I don't know what the speed of a bison is. But yeah, that bison knocked that man in the sky. I was like, oh, hell no. Yeah, it knocked him pretty far in the sky. And the fact that he was still okay is shocking. But yeah, he ran around the one tree, and so he's like, not really, like, there's some trees that were there, right? So he was like going to try to run around that, right? Because he's like, oh yeah, with that speed, right? I maybe have like a little bit more like, turn speed compared to the bison. No, that bison could turn pretty sharply. And I mean, I'm pretty sure if the man was a little bit older, he probably would have climbed that tree. And it's like, okay, no, as long as it's not a bear. But that also puts in perspective, right? When you like take a picture of a bear or something like that, right? They're fast too. They're like, people kind of forget how fast certain animals are. Like crocodile, the only way to really stop a crocodile from like chasing, like, just running you down is you have to actually zigzag. Like, you don't want to go like run it in a straight line because it'll catch up to you really quick. There was that story. There was a story of and there's a flood. There's some like flooding happening in China, and a bunch of like cobras were like just swimming, and a bunch. I don't mean like 20. I mean like at least 50 or 60. I was like, oh hell no. And this is what I was talking to Milk about yesterday. I was like, when I saw that news, I was like, ooh. They showed the pictures of that. I'm like, man, people need to stop messing with nature. Yeah, that's why I know I live in an area where there's a lot of hiking trails. I don't personally go hiking anymore. The When I was in Alaska, we didn't really go hiking, but we were kind of like just walking around, and we did kind of like uh come in contact with some bears, and there was like an elevational difference, so they were like below us, and we could see them, and they looked up. I was like, and they weren't like doing anything aggressive, but after I saw that, I was like, okay, my time to get the hell out of this area. For those who live in Alaska, they probably know about this. Oh yeah, it happens all the time. I was like, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to deal with that. Or like friends would be like, oh yeah, like do you like can't go out camping a lot? No. So I do not. So you ain't gonna catch me lacking out in the forest. I Before I was a proponent of like, okay, I'll go camping if I was like in a cabin. But after like seeing like like all the other kind of creepy cabin shows, I was like, maybe not. Yeah, so I'm not a camping kind of person. Or yeah, more power to the people who like to go camping and they just survive in like the wilderness. Like, oh yeah, I know how to catch fish. I just trap deer and do all that stuff. I'm like, I was like, good for you, man. Like, I know who to contact when I need that kind of stuff done. But if you're asking me to go do, as like, do I want to go do that myself? No, not really. If catching fish, maybe I think that would be probably like I'll just do like that. I could do, but like oh yeah, I'll go hunting for some deer. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to be that guy who get hit, beat up by a deer. That'd be embarrassing. It's almost like in like Australia. There's like, from what I heard, is a lot of kangaroos when they like do the whole thing where like they kind of punch at you, right? The reason why they don't kick you right off the bat is like they're punching you to see like how you react to that, and depending on like if you're a threat, they don't really want to like they'll just kind of like move away from you, right? They're like, oh yeah, I don't want to mess with this guy. If they think that they could take you because no, they punched you and you just like kind of sat there and didn't really do anything, that's when they think like, okay, if I just kick the hell out of you, then I can just mess you up. So apparently, like some of the people are telling me, yeah, if a kangaroo like messes with you, right, punch the living hell out of it. I was like, knowing my luck, that'd be that one kangaroo that's like, you know what, I'm gonna start off with a kick. Can't deal with that. But surely it has like other problems besides like kangaroos. There are other just animals that just be like, oh yeah, I'm not scared of humans. If anything, I want to fight you humans. And I think that's a problem. You just straight up had animals like, nah, I could take them. I was like, yes, you can, but you don't need to do that to me. That and the whole sharks. There was like if you look on YouTube, probably, yeah, it's on YouTube. There was like two news anchors looking at this one, like great white shark, like jumping up and like eating like I don't know, a bird or something. And the shock look that they had, because I think it was a huge ass white shark doing this. After me seeing that, I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not touching the water over there. You know, can't do it. I did it before, and it was a long time ago. Like I was when I was in Australia. Like I was trying to surf, and I bumped into a shark, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I was like, ah, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Everyone's like, yeah, no, they're not the aggressive type. I'm like, dude, I was pretty. I know like different type of sharks and all that, and I was like, I'm not. So what you're saying is, if I bump into the non-aggressive one, and if that non-aggressive shark just bites a living hell out of me, and just destroys me, then it'll just be me being torn up by a non-aggressive shark. I'm like, I don't want that. He's like, ooh, the non-aggressive one got his ass. Nah, I'm good. I think I'll pass. Almost like there's one time that we had a swim call. That's what it was called, on a submarine, and we're like, oh yeah, and someone's like, oh, you went. First of all, I was not going to jump in the water, but the other people who did, they're like, oh yeah, you know, they're being funny or something. Like, oh yeah, no, it's like shark mating season, so like there's a lot of sharks over here. Does you want to get in? Hell no. Are you sure? I'm like, I'm positive. Like, you ain't gonna catch me getting torn up by no shark. No, 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 sir. I just went over there, or I went topside just for I could use my phone because, of course, I wanted to like, no. I forgot what game I was playing, but I was like, oh, I need to download something for it. So that's why I was topside. I was trying to download it. I was like, I hope that, I have enough of a connection here. Plus, like, no. Like, there's like certain, depending on what job you have, you won't see the sunlight for a very long time. So of course, everyone wanted to see the sunlight. Yeah. There was another time I was like, I think it was in Okinawa. I got attacked by like a small barracuda. It was like just like running into me, and I was like, and I was freaking out. You know what? Oh, I should go this side. Yeah, I had my fair share of like animals messing with me. Definitely do the. I don't do the camping or anything like. Some of my friends are like that. We're like, oh yeah, they like, oh yeah, I do have a cabin, so if you want to go and take like go to it and all that, I'm like, oh yeah, how far is it, right? And he showed me on the maps like surrounded by forest, and his like his friends owns a cabin, and it's like in the middle of like nowhere in this forest. I'm like, no, because what happens if your friend is actually crazy and wants to like murder us all? It'll be the perfect time to do it. Like, there's no one over there. He's like, so what's the odds of that? The fact that he didn't say 100% no, he didn't say it with his chest, where he's like, my friend's friend wouldn't try to murder all of us in a cabin in the woods. The fact that he didn't say that, I was like, even you thought about it. Yeah, so I give you know, I'm thinking like if there was like a bunch of cabins, right? In this one area, it's like maybe like 20 cabins and stuff. Like no, everyone's like camping around that area. Maybe, but even then, I'm not 100% sure. I'm like, if I'll be like 100% okay with it. I mean, low key, I don't even like what's a cruise like those cruises that people do. I don't even like that. I don't even want to be on a boat anymore. Which is weird because then people are like, oh, how about my airplane? Like I don't really care about airplanes. It's like I just kind of chalk it up to like, yeah, airplane crashing compared to being in a submarine going to crush depth and being smashed to death. Uh, the airplane's not too bad. That's how I view it. Yeah, I kind of want them a little bit closer, especially the other one. There. Stats might didn't do that, and one got away. But yeah, that's why I'm okay. And not only that, but like after working on a submarine and like seeing some of the people that I thought were like really crazy working on it, I'm like, it makes me feel that I'm like, I guess it doesn't bother me if, because some people are like, oh, how about they did like bad maintenance and stuff working on an airplane? I'm like, they do just as bad on a submarine. So that's why some airplanes don't bother me anymore. It did before. Like I wasn't too much of like a airplane kind of person, but now it doesn't bother me. I just don't like to be on a cruise because like not really because of the whole ocean thing, so I don't get seasick or anything. It's more or less like every single time you turn around, like there's like cruises coming back and they're like someone's getting someone a sickness and it's like spreading throughout the whole crew. I'm like, I'm not trying to deal with that. I think the last one during the cruise, they went to a band like a landfill because there's people who wanted to go take picture of like birds. I was like, birds in a landfill? Why? Either way, like from there, that's when they got infected with some kind of disease, and I forgot which one that was. Not the explosive diarrhea one. It's a completely different one. Um, and then they were like saying, "Oh no, they're not treating us humanely. They're not letting us off of this cruise ship." I was like, man, the people are nice because I would just burn you all inside the cruise ship. Like, what in the hell are you talking about? You stay on the damn thing. You're the idiots that want bird watching at a landfill. Like, first of all, I mean, I wouldn't go bird watching in the first place because I don't care that much. I'll take a picture from them. So I could find an image of a bird on Google. I'm fine. But yeah, that's the reason. That's one of my things. The reason why I don't like those cruise ships. Like, I wouldn't want to go on a because it'll just be my luck where but someone else like, oh yeah, this one we went to some kind of places or like maybe whatever, some bird pooped on something, some kind of buffet thing, and now we all have like Lyme disease or something, which has happened. when I was, I was in Connecticut. That place is maybe adjacent to Australia because I've never seen so many bugs tear people up. Like this one dude kind of became crippled or something. 'Cause he got Lyme disease because a tick got him. Because they told him to go running in this one foresty area because that's where everyone we kind of run. I didn't go over there because I was like, dude, it's kind of like dark. So I didn't personally run over there, but like more in the summer because I was there during the winter. But yeah, this one dude was bit by a tick, and he got Lyme disease. And not only that, this other dude was bit by a was it a brown recluse. I think one guy was bit in the foresty area. So I was like, okay, forest area is bad. One of them got bit in the barracks. Like it crawled up into his room and bit him. I was like, man, what is going on with all these aggressive ass bugs over here? Weirdly enough, though, when I was over there, no allergies. When I came back over here to Washington, allergies. So that's the only good thing. That's like one of the good things that I liked about over there. And plus, over there, it was like close to like New York and all this kind of stuff. So I thought it was kind of cool. I did get lost in New York. I thought I knew how to use the trains over there. I was 100% confused. Yeah. I got lost on in the train system and a bunch of like, I think like high school girls were like, hey, we could show you the way. And I was like, oh, hell no. And okay, my logic to this is because I thought that they were going to like, if they took me to a back alley and then like mugged me, who would believe me? 3 or 4 high school girls mugging me, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to risk that. And plus, like, who would believe me if I told them that? Like, the cops would be like, so, for like, no, like, pretty much children. You got mugged by a bunch of children. And I'd be like, well, see, it would be actually like really embarrassing. So I was like, you know what? No. So I ran somewhere else. And then I proceeded to get lost in the train. I think I overshot where I was supposed to go. I remember that happening. I don't even remember who I was with because how the hell did I end up by myself? Yeah, I don't remember. Because I think I went with a group and then I think I came back alone because they went to go and like spend the night at this one person's house, but that person looked kind of shady. I was like, dude, he seems like the type of person that would like, I don't know, will you and wear your skin? They're like, no, he seems fine. And the guy looked kind of crazy, so I'm like, I'm gonna go. I've done that a few times at people's parties and stuff, where like, so, why don't you just spend the night? No. Like, you let your like cat go on like the counter with the where you prepare your food and all that too much. I don't trust that. So then I left. Yeah, it's almost like when like it's almost like the people who they like they have like or they pretty much like do things that are not prepping food in the food prep area, and you're like, no, that's like cross contamination. Like, I can't. I was like, maybe because I worked in the food service industry for too long, so like I think you had to take like a test for the little like foods or food handling test thing. It's very obvious questions. Like I took that test like 3 different times, like for 3 different jobs. But it's very easy. It's like very common sense. But because of that, I think that's the reason why like I don't like was it doing cross contamination stuff where like people have like like raw chicken on, they're touching salad and all that. I'm like, bro, just don't do that. I think like we've all seen it where like someone they go to a friend's house and they're just cross contaminating all their food and you're like, oh this. Then when they try like no like, oh yeah, you want some food? I'm like, nah, I'm good. And with the, oh, you want to order out? Yes, actually. Because you're like, oh, hell no, no, they'll let you make any food for me. I don't know. Like, do you even wash your silverware? That was like, that's one of my main, well, I wonder, I'm not sure if I would say it's neurotic or, yeah, or germaphobe. I don't think I would be, oh, that's pretty much being a germaphobe. I think that's just like regular, right? Where you don't want your food to be like, one guy's like try to make like, let's say like, oh yeah, I'm making steak for you, and his cat is walking all over the counter and all that. Like, oh, it's getting in my way. And then you eat the steak, and then you're like, what the hell? And you kind of like pull out a long piece of hair from the steak, or from your mouth, right? And you just know that this is cat hair. And you try not to like, you try to mask the fact that it's like you left your cat all like hair all over the place, and now I had that in my mouth, and you're just kind of like if it was like me personally, my own pet, right? First of all, I wouldn't let my pet be on a counter in the first. I have dogs, so they can't even jump up there. But if my own pet's hair got into my food and I ate it, I was like, oh, it doesn't bother me that much. Almost the same way, like if I'm eating something, I mean, no, maybe drinking something. Okay, you're drinking a soda, and then like one of your siblings wants to, so like, oh, can I get a sip? You're like, oh, here, all right. Like that doesn't bother me, but for my own mother, she does not. She hates that shit. Because I think she's fine giving her soda to someone else, but if you take a sip, it's like, oh, what's up, mom? You want some here? She's like, no. I'll open a new one. I'm like, mom, you do know you gave like birth to us, right? It's like, no, I still don't like that. I was like, oh god, ladies are super germaphobe compared to me. But I mean, for me, I just been to some, like there's certain people's houses that I've been to, like, okay, it's very clean, right? So I never really worry about them. But some people, when you go to a place and it's like dirty as hell, you do kind of side eye them. Like they could be like really nice people, like the good people, but deep down, you know, you're like, dude, but you're dirty though. Like you don't know how to clean. What? I try not to judge too hard, but sometimes like some people, their room is just too dirty. Like I even appreciate if like maybe they are not the best, no, they're not like the super like clean person, but at least they like, no, when someone comes over, they try to like at least try to clean. Then you kind of see the attempt and you're like, oh, okay, they tried, right? Like you can't get all the spots or whatever. Like it doesn't bother me. When you just go to a person's house and he just out there, you're like, how do you live like this? Like this is bordering on like when you go to like a hoarder, like one of their kind of houses, it's like bordering on that. You're like, oh, what the hell? I've seen some. Man, I've seen some rooms. It's pretty much like whatever, like how bad you're imagining it. Like it was that bad. I've seen some fucking rooms that then they had like food out there. So oh yeah, like you could just tell like it had food, like just like, let's say for example, a half-eaten Subway. I should panic right there. I was like, oh, am I gonna fall down? A half-eaten Subway sandwich, and you know it's been there for a few days because the meat is looking kind of weird. You know, like, so you had this here for how long have you had this here? And when they are like, well, and you're just like, you don't even remember how long you had this sandwich out just in the open. Yeah, friends, people like that, those kind of friends, I do not eat at their home for the most part. Like, unless it's takeout. I'm not sure if those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the people with the nasty rooms, I don't think they wash the channels. So I think I'm fine saying that, but or maybe or I would think like anyone who does, but oh, did you talk about me? Nah, if your room's nasty, I probably have hinted at your nasty ass room. I think for all of them, I have not been able to hide how I feel about their room. Okay, something I came back to this area. Say, oh, yeah, I didn't go here. Oh, that's what that was. It loads slow. But yeah, and what should I think of? Like, is there any other interesting information? I know yesterday I think we saved a man by telling him about the explosive diarrhea virus and tell him to wash his vegetables. We even save people on this channel. Make sure they're informed. Now they know about cruises and stuff. They know if they go on a cruise, just be careful, because I don't know why. I think a lot of the people, those dirty ass rooms I was talking about earlier, they like to go on cruises a lot, and you know that you're going to be doing some crazy shit like, oh, I want to go bird watching at a landfill. Why? I don't know. I have to go under. We'll go under a little bit. Man, I still don't get it. Oh, nice. Okay. We did the thing for today. So got a treasure box. One day we'll probably get to the same rank that Milk is, because she was able to find them very easily. I won't say easily, but she had like 3 times more. Or she found 3 times more than I did initially back in season 1. So I was like, I don't even know how she did that. I think after 3 seasons, I may have finally caught up close to how much she found. Oh, and another little, I'm not sure if it's going to be put into law yet, but there is a thing where they're going to try to get rid of daylight savings time, where like whatever the clock is put up to, they just keep it at that. So instead of like setting your clock back and forth, one's in November, the other one is in earlier on in the year, I think like March or something. So they're going to try to do away with that. And apparently that vote was already up before, but they kind of like didn't really do anything with it. So now it's going to go back up. So hopefully they just get rid of that. Because like sometimes like even when like, honestly, I don't like it when you play a game and it's like even in Blue Protocol where sometimes like, oh, we're doing a maintenance, is UTC plus 8 or minus 8 and all these kind of, I'm like, I think we need it. And then you have to do that plus or minus an hour because of like daylight saving time. So it was always extra kind of annoying. Like you think like, oh, it's going to be like at 9. It's like, oh no, it's actually at 10. Like, damn, I forgot. So they're going to try to get rid of that, hopefully. At least in America. So hopefully they do that. And I think that was like the other big thing. The Bison thing was, to me, I thought was the craziest. I expected the worst, and I was like, oh man, these people are crazy, but no, it scares me more because they didn't do anything crazy, and they kind of were like doing something that I would have done too. Like, I look at the Bison and I'll kind of slowly back away. And because of the white truck that provoked it, after the truck moved away, they went after the only person they saw, and which was that grandfather and grandson. I'd have been like, God damn it. So yeah, that one. If you probably see, everyone probably, if you probably go on social media, probably see it easily. But if you see that, then you'd be like, oof. Not really sure what you could have done more. I don't know, like the things you could do to like scare a bison. Because I think that Bison was pretty agitated. I think it was also mating season 2, so it was extra agitated. So I'm like, I'm not sure what else they could have done. Nope. And with that, I think we'll call it a day for today's session. I actually got on decently early, so not like before. Like I actually got on pretty early these days, right? And with this, guys, I think hope you have a good one. Let me first get a good angle. of my corpse. There. Said, don't forget to stay safe. Give us a like and subscribe, especially on the YouTube side. We're going to need a lot of love over there. This weekend, if we can, we're going to try to do some more Mecha Chameleon. If not, then maybe some of the 4th, but something. We'll try to do something on the weekend. It's always kind of hard coordinating times, but well, we'll see what we could do on that day. Hope you guys have a good one. If you have anything you want to discuss or anything like that, like kind of yesterday we were talking about different foods and stuff, just put it into the comments. Post it on the main YouTube side, and then we'll bring that up as a topic, and we'll discuss it on tomorrow's episode. So, you guys have a good one. Take care. Peace out.